You are not going to believe it, but I made a prototype for today. I did. And what is this? Well, it is the start of an accordion envelope. So I had to research a little bit on what an accordion envelope is because I didn't know what it was called. I've made them before. I just didn't know what it was called. So this is what it is. You know, like you just have like multiple pockets that you can put things into. And this is what I want to make. This is just a pretty simple pouch, but I do want to create envelopes. So come along, let's do this. Let's do it together. Hi everyone, my name is Mary Lou, and this is Create Junk Journals with Mary Lou. I have a little bit of housekeeping to do before I get into the accordion envelopes. I've had a lot of requests for the fashion ladies that I have been using on my projects. And they are absolutely beautiful. The problem with the ones that I was using was that they were my own stash. I discovered after I had put them in a kit that they were very copyrighted, and so I had to remove them from the kit. And then I had to recreate something because, you know, they belong with my 1950s retro reverie kit for sure. So I recreated these beautiful ladies. How lovely are they? There is, let me go through them with you. There is 4 pages of ladies, full size. So this is a full 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, heavier paper. Aren't they absolutely gorgeous? And then I also did 2 sheets of half size. So when you're getting the kit, it is 6 sheets of these lovely ladies, and you can fussy cut them and use them on whatever project you want to do. You can also print them 2 to a page. So then you would get these all at half size. So these would all come out. Oh, whoops, where is it? These would all come out this size, but these would come out even smaller. So that's another possibility that you can do. I haven't tried that yet. I want them to be this size for the moment. So these are available in my coffee shop. I will put the link in the description. Then for Mass Make March, I wanted some different paper that I could use, that I could print off. And I have also put these in my coffee shop. So this is the first page. There's 8 of them. Then there's this one. And I wanted it all to be kind of that retro 1950s, 1960s feel. And I think I succeeded very well by creating these. And I really like them, and I will be working with them today. I also have, this is also available in my coffee shop. And so this one is available for sale. And then after today, when I am creating something that I am going to add to my not to my 1950s kit, to my Mass Make March, I will put it in the coffee shop, but they will all be freebies. So this is to be purchased, and then the rest is all going to be freebies. This is the 8th sheet that I have created. All right, so that was that little bit of housekeeping. Then for my project today, what am I going to use? Well, I'm going to use these. I am also going to use sandwich bags. Why not? We can use sandwich bags. And I am also going to use real original pattern envelopes. It's kind of hurting me to do this, but I do want to use these. I have these. I can't just sit there and go, well, you know, it would be lovely if, well, that's just not going to be the case. So I am going to use them in my journals. And these, I think, are absolutely lovely to turn into envelopes for an accordion envelope. Let's do this. That was way too much talking already and not enough crafting. I'm going to put these aside for now. And the first thing that I want to do is make the inserts for the envelopes. So these inserts. And what I am going to do is, you know, when you have a sandwich bag, it actually has a line right here from where the bottom of the fold is. And I'm going to cut it off right at that fold. So what I'm now doing is I'm actually creating two different projects, because if you remember, this we can turn into secret pockets. So I'll have a whole bunch of those and ready to go. They're ready to go, ready to be decorated. I don't have to do anything else to them. So this is actually a multi-project project. All right, so I have two cut here, and I had already prepared a bunch more. At least they're cut already. So I do want to reinforce right here, and I'm just going to use my Aleene's tacky glue and just put a little bit right here under that flap, just to make sure that it doesn't come apart. They're now glued right here just to reinforce it so it doesn't come apart. Sometimes the glue from the sandwich bags doesn't stay very nice, so that's all it is. So what I'm going to do now is I am just going to fold them in half. I know, it is very complicated. And I'm keeping the fold on the inside. That is also a way that I'm thinking is going to keep it a little bit sturdier if we put it on the inside of the fold and not on the outside. Whoops. Okay, that's two. And then these still need to be glued. I did fold them, but I didn't glue them. Of course, the pattern envelopes are very vintage. You might not be able to get to them very easily. So I'll do 5 of these. I may do one that is done a little bit different so that I can show you what to do. So let's do one first that is different. And I think what I want to do, look how beautiful this is. So this is an atlas page, and I think this works with it very nicely. The colors are kind of blending, like that would be too bright, but this kind of works. The orange is in there and the pinks, I like it. So what happened is I went into a very long, very complicated explanation of what I was going to do. And realistically, all it is a strip of paper that is about 1/8 of an inch wider than your lunch bag width. And it is just a little bit longer than what the lunch bag height is. And you can see here, like I am putting a flap on it as well. So I just took another rectangular strip of paper and folded it into an envelope flap so that I could glue that to the atlas page. it is really irrelevant what I was doing here, because I'm going to change the whole project up pretty much immediately after I am done with this, and it is going to get much simpler. So I'm not going to I decided not to keep the very complicated piece in and just show you how I am ending up building this envelope, but not going into all the folds and because it just got so complicated, I was confusing myself, and to edit it, it was turning into a nightmare. So here I'm just lining everything up together so that the flowered piece of paper turns into the flap of the envelope, and I'm just lining it all up. And it fits perfectly. Of course it fits perfectly, because I measured it and measured it. Then I'm taking my envelope, or not my envelope, my pockets, and I'm deciding that they can probably be a little bit smaller. So I am cutting off the edge all the way to the thumb notch there. I don't know if it's a thumb notch for a sandwich bag, but that's what I use it for. So I'm just cutting that strip off. And that gives it a little bit extra space in the pocket. So then I'm putting some glue only on the center of the envelope, or not the envelope, the brown paper bag, and putting it with the open side to the top towards the flap. Oh, well, I'm still putting it towards the top. Sorry, I am watching it with you guys and I'm explaining what I am actually doing. So I'm just lining it all up neatly, making sure that there's a little bit of space at the bottom so that nothing gets stuck. And then I am again just putting some glue on the center of the pockets. If you put glue anywhere else, then it will not open properly. So you just want to have the glue on the center of the pockets every single time that you're putting the glue on it. I'm doing that again for this side, and then I'm just going to fold it over, and then ta-da, there is my envelope. Now I'm going to get to the part where everything continues on for all the next envelopes as well. Sticking it down. So now when we open it, we have an accordion fold. So I have a circle punch, and this will work. So I'm just taking my circle punch, and then I'm going to lay them on top of each other and take my crocodile, and I'm going to see if I can get this in the center. That would be absolutely amazing if I could do that. It's a little off center, but that's okay. It's okay. And I'm going to put this on here. And my circles are really big. I don't have a smaller circle punch, so I'm going with what I have at the moment. So I'm laying this on here, And I'm kind of eyeballing where I think the center is. And then I'm just going to go over top and punch another hole. And then I do want to ink around these because nothing is nice if it's not inked. There we go. I'm going to line this up again with my hole. And I have a brad. Putting the brad through here, and you know what? I think I want to put a hole reinforcer around there. So I just want to put that on there so that it will be just a little stronger for the brad. Oops. Come on. You can do it. In the center. Right there. Okay. Done. I can put one on here as well, just so it looks nice. Why not, right? Just put a little hole reinforcer around it. It just finishes it up. And then I am putting the brad through here, open it up, like so. There it is. From my 1950s Retro Reverie kit, I did this washi tape. And I think I want to use some of it just to put on the inside there. And I like, maybe I'll just do this one. It's kind of the same idea. You want to use it. Use your stuff. Use what you have printed. Use what you are, what you have, because you don't want it to go to waste. So I'm just laying this in there. Could have made it a little bit longer. That's okay, I have more. So I'm gonna just cut another piece off and put it right there. And the tape that I have printed this on is painter's tape. It is absolutely lovely. It is sticky, it will stick, it will not come off. But it also doesn't destroy your paper if you do want to take it off, which is, you know, the idea of washi, right? I have some crochet cotton, which is lovely to use on here. This one I grabbed first, but it's a little bit thinner than the other one, so it's a little bit too thin for me. I'm going to take a bit of it. And then I'm just going to tie it in between the two circles. And I am doing it like in the center of the thread. So I don't want to have one piece of thread. I want them to go together. Now you can use pretty much anything. I just think that this would look nice. So I'm just going to go around it a couple of times. Tie it again in a knot. And it should be good to go now. So now to close it, you just go around and like that. And your accordion envelope is closed. And you can easily open it And then you have your stuff. So what would you keep in here? Well, you can put your fussy cuts in there. Okay. So I have my retro reverie journal, and I still think it's like, I still love that front. It's beautiful. Okay, and I know I have a pocket here, right here. So what I would do is I would just take this, put it like that, probably go around it a couple of times. So like that, go around this, and then just stick it in there like so. Now you can also glue it down, but then you're going to be in trouble with this. So then if that is what you want to do, then I would put Velcro dots on it, or I would put ribbon through and put a bow on the front. But this is super easy to do, and it is a beautiful envelope. So let's mass make these. Let's go. All the pieces are pretty much ready. And just in the center, as soon as you glue down the sides, then it will not open anymore. I'm going to need a bunch more of the circles. And I'll punch holes in them right away as well. Then I am going to ink around these. Let's put some hole reinforcers on there. I'm going to put the brads through it. Those are done. So now we get to this. And I really want to use these as envelopes. I may have to do a little bit of work on them. So I'm taking the patterns out. This envelope is from 1967, February 24th. And then this will fit perfectly inside here. I can fold this over. Kind of want it like that, so it's okay. It's okay. I am keeping the address on it. I am keeping the stamps on it. Like, how absolutely beautiful is this? And it fits perfectly in there. Can you see that? So let's put this aside. So now I'm going to just use my folder, bone folder on it, and that's one. And then I'm just, again, folding it in half. And there's number 2. Fold this in half. Bone folder. And that's 3. And then we're going to fold this in half. And there is another one. Now I also need to make the flaps. So I have my other papers that I have created, and I think I want to just take a couple. I love this one. I love that color blue. So I'm just going to measure them on here. Right there. I'll cut them all at once. Put them in there. I'm just going to measure how much I had here. 2 1/4. So I'm just going to, I want it to go over like that, so 2 1/4. Two and a quarter. 2 1/4. And 2 1/4. And then I'm going to do another 1/8 of an inch. So you can see, like I don't always print on new paper. This was old paper that I had sitting that I had printed recipes on, and it is really nice solid paper, 32-pound printer paper. So I was like, well, if I am not using those recipes anymore, then I may as well print on it, and then I can use it in my junk journals. These all need to be inked. Only the flaps need to be inked. The envelopes do not. They are vintage looking enough. They don't need anything. Okay. So everything is ready to go. The flaps are ready, the envelopes are ready, the pockets are ready. So now we can just assemble. So I'm taking my envelope, and I am not going all the way to the bottom. So the fold line, let me put a little bit of ink in there so you can see where the fold line is. I'm trying here. Okay, right there. There's the fold line. So I want to stay just away from there. So about the same as from the sides. And then I'm just going to put glue in the center. And I'm folding this over, turning it over, opening it up, putting glue in the center. And how lovely is that? I think it is freaking brilliant. And I need one more. I know I have one more. This one, I definitely want to save this side. And I want that to be visible. So I think I want to do it like that. and the stains are still visible. All that old font, all the old fonts are still visible, but we also have the handwritten piece right there. So I need to poke holes. In the centers. Let's see if we can make a center happen. I have very old hole reinforcers. So let's use a few of those. Why not? They are gummed. I'm not licking them. I'm sorry. Not happening. I'll use my 3-in-1 glue for these. There. And we're taking this piece. Putting the brad through like that. Open it up. Grab a piece of washi. And then I have my string. I just have to lift it a little bit so it can get in there. Come on. Or not. And there we go. That's one. So I've had two fairly hefty projects here. I am hoping that tomorrow, in a moment, I'm going to draw an easier project because it's a little crazy. But how lovely are they? This one goes like this, these go like that. I was like, why is that one upside down? But no, it's just the other way around. Same with this one. So I have two going this direction and two going in that direction. So I hope you enjoyed watching me do this. But I did mass make 4 of these cute little accordion envelopes. And I think they are absolutely lovely. So they're great to put your ephemera into, or little notes or tags or whatever you want to do with it, you can do. Oh, this one I have more string on it. So yeah, you can do whatever you want with them. You don't have to use real vintage material. You can just use like other book pages or something like that and create these. If you do make this, let me know. I want to see what you have come up with. But this was my project. Thank you so much for watching. And let's pick a project for tomorrow. So I have my bowl of projects for Mass Make March, and all the projects are in here. And let's see what I am going to draw for tomorrow. Something easy. Come on, come on, come on. I want something easy. I don't know if I gave myself anything easy though. Tickets. Oh, we know how I feel about tickets. Let's do this. And you know, the bonus is tomorrow is Friday. So tomorrow is my live. So let's make tickets live. Why don't we do that? Come and join me tomorrow in my YouTube live stream at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. I don't know, I don't know what time that would be for you guys, but for today, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I definitely did, for sure. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and make sure that you are tuning in tomorrow for my live making of the tickets. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.